Say a nice big hello.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Extreme Improv's Xstreamed's Geek Battle Show. The geeky show where we are so geeky that we have watched all of the geeky shows in the last week. We have watched everything. We're going to give full reports, full breakdowns of Squid Game, of The Walking Dead, of Marvel's What If, like absolutely everything you could watch. We've got like opinions, and you know we're going to fill you in on all of these tonight. But on the show, and everyone's going to give us an interesting geek fact. Capital Fave, say hello to the people.
Hello. And my interesting geek fact is something inspired by our commander Jimmy Mack, is that Indiana Jones Temple of Doom was filmed in India. Filmed in Sri Lanka, not in India. Reason being is that they were going to film it in India, but the government didn't give them permission because the script was incredibly offensive. And the weird thing is that I think the movie came out in 1984. Sri Lankan Civil War started in 1983, so I'm not sure when they were filming at that time, but they were filming in Kandy, which was not that effective. But yeah, Spielberg was here in a very dangerous time.
Okay, wow. Do you know what? Like, it's an interesting thing with stuff like this where people like make things which obviously they think, oh, this is going to appeal to them because it's going to be filmed there or something, and then it turns out to be like completely off base. Like, I think
but
it was.
here's the thing though, like Hollywood usually, like when it comes to mythology movies, like they don't even get Greek or Norse mythology 100% most of the time, but they do it like PG versions of the Greek and Norse mythology, which is not PG at all. But when it comes to Hindu mythology, which is really quite PG because it's very conservative, so you can actually make a really good film out of it.
Okay, well, yeah, interesting. I was going to say, I think it was, and I don't know if this, like, someone might tell me that this is, like, no longer the case or whatever, but I think there was, like, a big thing, like, with Disney that when they like, made the Marvel film, like, Shang-Chi, and they wanted to release it in China, but they were like, we don't want this film. Like, you know, and I think that's probably cost them $500 million or something in, like, ticket sales, because they made a film which apparently just didn't quite get their culture right, basically. So yeah, these things may happen. Cap, I liked your factoid. With that, Ruth, say hello to the people. Give us a geek fact.
Okay, this is probably a well-known geek fact, but after Carrie Fisher died, they had to figure out how to put Princess Leia in the last Star Wars movie. So they basically got a body double, and they CGI'd her face on top of the other person, which was a little bit weird.
Do you know what? It's definitely weird, but it's not as weird as you think. Can anyone think? Oh, and I'm going to ask this random trivia question based off of that trivia. I'm giving you a point there, though, Ruth. Can anyone think of? I'm going to say 2 other films. What were the first 2 major films where an actor died and they had to put them in with CGI? Or by some other means, if you want to go down that route too.
I mean, I don't know if they're the first ones, but I know that there was the old guy on Star Wars, who I think was the commander that gives the Death Star command. They had to superimpose his face and that.
So that's not quite the same. Do you mean so they made Star Wars Rogue One? And they had Grand Moff Tarkin, or whatever quite the character's called, and they had someone who was a lookalike, a sound-alike, play the character, and then they made it look like the actor who had died, like, many years ago. But I mean, like, with Carrie Fisher, she was obviously, they hadn't started production on episode 9 yet, and she was
Right.
The character was supposed to be in it. So that was the only solution they'd got there. Can anyone think of any other instances where they've brought a dead actor back to life?
I know. And when you give the answer, I'm gonna feel really mad that can't recall it.
Okay, Cap.
There was this Indian film that I remember, like most of the stars, like they went to the past of classical Indian films, and most of the stars were actually CGI'd in. None of them were alive. but I can't remember the name.
Okay, well, I'll give you 2 or 3 examples, and there's definitely going to be more. I think the first major one with CGI was The Crow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Brandon Lee got unfortunately killed during the making of The Crow, and if you don't know the story, it's tragic. There was a gun that was supposed to fire blanks, and there was a bit of like bullet shell casing lodged in it, and so it actually fired, and it was close enough range. It unfortunately killed him. They hadn't done enough of the film to be able to like complete it, so it was one of the films that the first one, like the mid-90s, where they CGI'd. Another famous one, obviously, is Gladiator, with what's his name, Oliver Reed, who died, and they were only part way through filming. And what they did there was very clever. And I can't remember the quote, but there was a quote that Oliver Reed's character said to Russell Crowe's character, and they've got multiple takes of it. And on one of the takes, he said he may have said something twice, and so he's like, and I can't remember what the line is, but I'll give the example. It would be like, "You've got to do this. You've got to do it." And so what they did is, 1, they CGI'd him at times, but 2, like I think they had him killed by lions or something. Spoilers at the end, but they had him say the line, "You've got to do it." Then they cut the footage. And then they got the second part of it where he was a lot more quiet and somber, as if he was accepting his fate, as if he was just saying, "You've got to do it." And they spliced it together, and it worked really well. That wasn't the dialogue, but whatever it was very good. I will give 2 more examples because they've come to me as we're saying it. Heath Ledger, the Imaginarium of... Oh, actually, do you know, I tell a lie. This was something different. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. He had filmed all of his, like, either interior or exterior scenes. He died. And so, because it was about someone going through, like, a magic portal to other worlds, every time they'd filmed everything where he was in this universe. When he'd jumped through to the next universe, he was then played by Johnny Depp, by Colin Farrell, and Jude Law. So every time he jumped through, some other actor took over the role. And, yeah, so that isn't CGIing him, but that was a clever way around it. But the last one I'll give, coming back to The Crow with Brandon Lee, was Bruce Lee. After he died, there was a film, and I forget the name of it, where he hadn't finished filming it, and so his character wasn't in it very much. And there is at least one scene where you see Bruce Lee, and his character is a cardboard cutout, because there was no CGI back then. So it is literally just a cardboard cutout of Bruce Lee.
Wow.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'll find out what the film is. There's lots of rumours saying that, because apparently his character dies in it, so spoilers again. And they say, they used his actual funeral footage, but apparently that isn't true. I don't know, though. Anyway, Rob!
Give yourself a point for that, David.
Oh, thank you, Rob. I will do. Right, Rob, introduce
Hello.
yourself and give us a geeky fact.
Hello, my name is Rob, Southern California. I was going to give another casting fact about Beverly Hills Cop, but talking about Russell Crowe and CGI, did you know when he did Robin Hood, he showed up out of shape, so they spent $400,000 CGIing his abs into that movie.
What?
That's
Wow.
amazing. That's incredible.
100% true.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow, they should have just, like...
Fired him.
But you know, like in 300, they did actually have abs, but it wasn't like perfect abs. So Snyder basically CGI'd all the abs in 300.
Hang on, is that true? Because that's the film with Gerard Butler, and I've seen him quite angry in interviews, saying, "How do you CGI abs like this?"
No, it was perfect. It was true, but they did have like really good rock solid abs. But like Snyder wanted abs in his way.
Okay. Wow, I like all of these facts. Cap, I'm going to give you an extra point there as well. So,
what happens when they CGI the guy's abs on the girl's body?
is there a difference between guys and girls' abs, particularly?
You get
Yeah.
kind of fetish audience.
Well,
yeah, and there's that. First of all, there's the hair. There's a lot more hair on the guys' abs than, well, unless you're a girl who takes lots of hormone shots or something. But
well,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so yeah, so if we're going for the body hair route here, I didn't. You know what? I could have never imagined the show would have gone in this direction.
But yeah, but like boys' abs would be much more blockier.
Wow.
But it kind
Okay,
of,
wow.
kind of varies.
Okay, so very quickly, we're going to go round the horn, and we are going to give our geek recommendation of the week to our audience. So this could be whatever you want to recommend to our audience. It can be a film, a TV show, video game, book, whatever you want to recommend to the audience this week. You can do that. Cap, you can start us off.
What can I recommend? Oh, there's a lovely thing called the Thundercats 2011 series. If you really want a good reboot, sorry I couldn't put the background up because my Zoom got resetted, but that show was really brilliant because like the 80s Thundercats show was, in its time, was really good for that time, but it wasn't really like well written. But the 2011 one was very well written, and they also had a season 2 in plan. They had the writing done. Everything was ready to do it because the show ends on a cliffhanger. It doesn't really end in the season 1, but they couldn't do it because they didn't sell enough toys because this was 2011, and the cartoons were really depending on toys as well. But if Netflix can bring it back, it can. Because like the writing and everything's run, and season 1 is on Hulu or Netflix or something like that. So as many people watch the show, maybe we can get a season 2 because it's really good. So my recommendation is Thundercats.
Okay, thank you very much. Ruth, what is your recommendation for our audience this week?
Well, it's not really like a geeky film, but it sort of falls in this category because it's a film about a guy who was considered a geek and then became hot. And it's very funny, and it's called Just Friends. And it stars Ryan Reynolds, and I can't remember the other woman in it, but it's very, very funny. Just Friends, and you get to see Ryan Reynolds as a geek with all kinds of face and body makeup. It's amazing.
I think that is Ryan Reynolds in every film nowadays. He literally his film that's out recently was Free Guy, where he plays a video game character, and if not, then he's playing the comic book character Deadpool, where he has lots of makeup on his face. So that is his MO recently, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you want to see him in a fat suit and, with kind of acne and a bad haircut, this is the film for you.
Okay.
Bad haircut.
Naked Mole Rat on YouTube says, love Just Friends. So look at that, Ruth. Your recommendation is a goodie. Rob, what is your geeky recommendation for our audience this week?
I guess I will recommend Resident Alien. It was a new show on the Sci-Fi Network in America this past year, and I don't know where it would be across the world, but if you can find it, watch it. It's really good. It's with I'm gonna mispronounce his name, Alan Turk, whatever. He's a kind of geek symbol in acting. I think he was on Firefly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's a really good show. I highly recommend it. And it has been renewed for a season 2.
Okay, my geek recommendation for the week is Squid Game, which I'm sure a lot of people out there have seen. I won't give any spoilers here because I know that there's a bunch of people who haven't seen it yet. In the future, then we are definitely going to talk a lot more about Squid Game because it's absolutely brilliant. If you don't know what it is, it's on Netflix. It's a South Korean TV show. It's without giving away big spoilers, the only things I can liken it to would be The Running Man and Hunger Games, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So do check that. Jimmy Mack, who is in the comments but not joining us on the show. Get your ass here, man. Right, says, I have a geek fact. Pac-Man was originally known as Killscreen Man, but they changed his name because it was too easy to vandalize. Do you know what? it was. Here's the thing. It censored your comment. I don't know if I'll be able to see it on YouTube just to check what you've
Come
actually.
on the show and tell us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on the show. Come on,
Wait.
do it, Jimmy Mac. Do it. Just come and tell us your
Wait.
fact. But
Wait,
I'm going to
it's
see if it's censored
censored.
on this. I'm going to see if it's censored. Let's see. Just waiting
Also,
for it to-
I wanted-
Censored.
Can I ask a question about Pac-Man?
Yes.
Okay, so we had a sketch the other day where Dave did Pac-Man in love with the pizza, and I was thinking that Pac-Man looks like a pizza with a piece missing. So is it kind of is that what they were going for when they made Pac-Man, or is Pac-Man kind of a narcissist or what?
No, people have made that comparison a lot. That Pac-Man does look like a pizza with a slice missing. So if anyone was watching that episode of Xstreamed where that, I can't see the original comments. So sorry, Jimmy Mac. But so that's probably whoever made that suggestion. That's what they were referencing. What I do know, so Kill Screen Man. I don't know anything about that, but what I do know as a Pac-Man trivia fact is originally in Japan, he looks like a hockey puck. So that was somewhat the idea. So it was Puck-Man. Now, when they were bringing it to the US, you can see P-U-C-K, man, how they could vandalize that word to change it to something else. So,
Who
yeah.
would do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, that is some more trivia about Pac-Man. So I'd say watch Squid Game. Jimmy Mac says, really though, I read that Netflix blew the English translation of Squid Game, and it's a whole different movie if you know Korean. Wow, I'd find that
I heard
super
that too.
surprising.
So,
I'd find that
I've heard that
surprising.
too.
Korean is similar to Tamil in many ways. Maybe I should check it out.
But I'm
Okay.
sure it's probably watch it dubbed, I would imagine too, right? Dubbed or subtitled?
I don't know. I heard it and it was just literally dubbed. Literally just dubbed.
Yeah, I'll watch it dubbed. Yeah, I've heard that same thing too about the subtitles.
Oh wow. Okay, interesting. So with this, we are going to go on to our next round and our first proper competitive round. We are going to have a little bit of a debate, and our debate today is going to be on the theme, since we are in the month of October, and it's going to start getting towards some more of the scary and Halloweeny kind of stuff. We want to debate who is the greatest ghost character of all time. The greatest ghost character of all time. If anyone's got any nominations or thoughts on this, does anyone have any initial ideas for this? The greatest
I'm
ghost.
telling you who's not. It's Casper.
Oh, you're throwing Casper under the bus.
No one wants to see a friendly ghost. At least, friendly ghosts are kind of cool, but I never liked it.
Okay. So we've perhaps narrowed down so it's not Casper. Rob, do you have any initial thoughts on who?
My initial thought goes to, because it has provided me a lot of chances to produce comedy in my life for various reasons, and some romance as well. Patrick Swayze's ghost.
Wow. Okay. That I hadn't even thought of that one, but Patrick Swayze's ghost in the movie Ghost. It's a bit different to my nominee of Slimer, but Ruth, who is your nominee? Do you have one?
This is a tough one. There's a lot of ghosts out there. There used to be a show called The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. It's a very old show.
Okay. Right. Okay. Is this a good ghost? I don't mean good as in good or evil, but
I honestly don't remember much about it. Just that I liked it.
Okay. Let's throw some more options.
Let me find some more ghosts.
Yeah. Let's.
I think
Who's some more...
David, you might qualify as well at the current
As a
moment.
ghost, yeah, that's kind of what I was going for.
There's a new show on CBS tonight called Ghost that looks really freaking funny. So there could be 20 more nominees for this next week.
Is that true? Because that's an amazing
Wow.
coincidence. Because obviously
Looks really good.
we don't get CBS out here, so That's cool.
It'll
Okay.
be on Paramount Plus or something.
Okay, so where are our pool of different ghosts coming from? Obviously, Ghostbusters gives us quite a few. There's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I guess, would be a ghost, and there would be.
But isn't it like an interdimensional demon, not a ghost?
Well, do you know what this is? Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Okay,
debate.
I'm wrong
It's
then.
a
I'm wrong.
debate round.
There's going to be
Yeah.
there's going to be other Oda Mae Brown.
Oh, I said this is a debate round.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh,
Oda
yeah,
Mae Brown, which is the
debate.
character from Ghost. Yeah. Okay. No, that's very good. Who else are ghosts? Okay.
You know what were cool are the ghosts in Disneyland and in the haunted house ride.
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, there's like
Hatbox Ghost. The Hatbox Ghost.
Yes, they're all yes. They're
Okay,
cool.
so have you guys been to Disneyland and been on the Haunted Mansion ride?
I have.
Oh, you know,
Yeah, like, come on.
a million times.
It was shit, though,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that just, like, the worst ride?
No, the Haunted Mansion's cool.
It wasn't
I love
scary at
Haunted
all. Like,
Yeah, it's not scary. I mean, they can't scare a little kid.
well, yes, they can. I expected to be scared.
Yeah, they don't have bathrooms in the haunted mansion. You can't scare people there. But it's cute. It's very campy and cute, and it's like very 1950s, 1960s ish ghosts and
And
Yeah.
for Halloween, they make it, Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion, and that kicks
Oh.
ass.
Ah, that's very cool. That's very cool as well. Okay, who are some other ghosts that we've got? The Pirates of the
I
Caribbean
would
obviously
nominate-
has ghosts.
I would nominate the Headless Horseman. He's an iconic.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be. I don't know.
And plus it's Christopher Nolan. No, who's that? I can't say Christopher. What's his name?
Johnny
Yeah,
Depp.
Ruth.
oh, I was thinking of a ghost
Tim
that's
Burton.
like,
Thinking Tim Burton.
like a really cool ghost is in that movie Bruce Willis
Spoiler.
where what's it? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Sixth
Oh,
Sense.
Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, where
Yeah.
like there's that little girl under the table, and she's a ghost, and she is scary as
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got another nominee for you here. Here's one that's going to come up in people's consideration. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
Force
Nice.
ghosts.
What about Yoda? I mean, Yoda was more
Yeah.
rather than-
Okay, who is the most famous of the Force ghosts, though?
Because Yoda was more famous alive.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So, like, obviously, Darth Vader. By the time Darth Vader is a Force ghost, no one cares about Anakin.
But
I
is
feel
it like
one
the-
there for sure.
They like the DVD releases for the older movie where they pasted in the new Anakin
Hayden
Skywalker,
Christensen,
right?
yeah, at the end of the movie, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
And that was-
You know what? I can't spoil the Sixth Sense, but if I did spoil the Sixth Sense, I could tell you who is the coolest ghost of all in there. But you don't find out till the end.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think the statutes of limitations of spoiling that film has passed.
I would say that's the best Shyamalan movie. After that, I would say Sixth Sense is his best work.
I don't know about that. We'll
I've
hang on,
always
Cap.
liked the
We're going to
Sixth
debate that in a second. We're going to debate that.
Okay,
That's
but the Headless Horseman, I was trying to say that he was played by Christopher Walken, pretending to Christopher Nolan.
Oh shit! I think
yeah.
you've just won, Cap. I think you've just won. You can't beat Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Christopher Walken,
It was a
yeah.
ghost. What do we want?
Although, okay, I will see your Christopher Walken, and I will come back to Slimer, and say that unofficially, obviously, it is John Belushi that plays Slimer, because he was meant to be in Ghostbusters, and they
Oh.
then said that Slimer was in some way him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about that?
You mean the green thing in the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, the
right?
green thing in Ghostbusters.
Green thing that's gobbling food?
Yeah, Slimer.
John Belushi? Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's not John Belushi. John Belushi was going to be in Ghostbusters. He passed away, and the joke, the tribute was that Slimer was John Belushi's ghost.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, there
Is
you go.
the little girl in the ring a ghost? Is she a ghost?
In the ring,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
a
shit,
ghost.
that's a scary one.
Pretty creepy. She's a good one.
Okay.
But,
Oh,
you know-
how about... Okay, this is super old school. Have Rob or Ruth, I guess you'll have a better chance than Cap here, the Abbott and Costello film, The Time of Their Lives.
Yes.
Oh, I know
That
that.
is a freaking
Really?
amazing ghost movie.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
It's so good. It's like, I know this is going slightly off geeky stuff, but I love Abbott and Costello.
But it's funny, so it counts.
It's funny, so it counts, right? But like The Time of Their Lives, Abbott and Costello, the comedy duo, they made like 37 films together, but they fell out at various points, and there was like 2 films where it was like, well, we've got to make pictures together, so we're just going to have the script so that we never have to interact. And so literally, this one is that one of them is a ghost, so that they literally don't even have to talk to each other. It's a really good idea. But okay, we've given our nominees. I think the strongest ones from my viewpoint, but feel free to disagree. Obviously, Christopher Walken, Patrick Swayze as a ghost in Ghost, and I still lean towards Slimer, but
I like the fact that you said you said Patrick Swayze as the ghost from Ghost, but like Christopher Walken, that's it.
Oh, Christopher, yeah, the headless
He's the
horseman.
ghost.
The best are ghosts that don't know they're ghosts. You know?
Oh, okay. And so I guess Ruth, I should have said like that was a strong nomination as well, The Sixth Sense, without giving the spoiler. But so, is there any movement? Does anyone want to lean towards anyone else's nominee here?
I do like Sixth Sense, but like,
Yeah,
can we really end on the debate without saying who's the iconic ghost? It's the ghost from Sixth Sense. That's it.
But like the whole point is you don't know they're a ghost the whole time. So is that really the best ghost?
In some ways, I feel like it's Patrick Swayze because, you know, it's the film Ghost. He's a ghost. He's not around anymore, so he could be a ghost. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
You can't take a pottery class and not think about it.
Yeah, you're at the wheel, you're like Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's give it to Patrick Swayze then. All right, so I think I can lean onto that. I still think Christopher Walken though is just like, you know.
Yeah, that's like the iconic ghost that like from. I think the book was Sleepy Hollow. Was like
Yeah,
from
well, the movie is Sleepy Hollow
800s.
too.
The end 800s. I think it survived that long. But like, no one really knew that the Headless Horseman was kind of ghosting. It's more like a phantom of vengeance, something like that. But like, no one really analyzed it. But he is a ghost, not like a demon or anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got to be a ghost, right? Okay. So with that, audience, once again, we haven't 100% settled on a conclusion to this, but you can.
Let me give you because it's Halloween. Let me give like this in the Philippines and also in Sri Lanka or India as well. There's a ghost called the White Lady. Okay, she's all dressed in white. Apparently, like when you go out in the night, she would hop in your car, and she would ask you to take you somewhere. And then while you're taking there, after you got to the destination, she would just.
Then she'd charge you all this money, and.
But like that's it. Like her haunting is that she would get into your car, would not leave until you take it to the destination, and when you take it to the destination, she would just disappear.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so very quickly, because Cap, you raised it. What is the best M. Night Shyamalan film?
Yeah.
Okay. Any ideas? Do we know the films? So let's run down what we've got. We've got The Sixth Sense. That was the film that made him. We've got The Happening. We've got Signs. What else have we got in there? The Village.
Unbreakable.
Split.
Yeah, Split.
What's that? Glass.
Glass.
Yeah.
Devil, the one when he's there in the elevator.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, Ruth.
And the Airbender movie.
I've never seen that one, to be honest.
I just want to say that I'm going to re-recommend the movie Ghost Story from 1981. It is really, really scary.
Okay.
And there's a ghost in there that's really yeah.
Okay, well, that's another recommendation. Very quickly in the comments, just because I meant to read this earlier, Jimmy Mac, Naked Mole Rat says, good night. Hope without ghosts. But Jimmy Mac says, I like Star Trek The Next Generation episode where Geordi and Ensign Rowe phased and were basically ghosts. Also, one of the funniest Shut Up Wesley podcast episodes, so do check that out with our good friend Commander Jimmy Mac. But we've heard what the different M. Night Shyamalan films are. Audience, let us know which is your favourite M. Night Shyamalan film. But, Rob, do you have a favourite of them?
Oh, yes. Sixth Sense is the only one I like. Unbreakable was
the only
good.
one that's good.
Unbreakable was okay. It's really slow, but it's a good movie. Sixth Sense was fantastic. Everything else I think sucks. Nothing in The Happening. Nothing happened. It's so bad. That glass was half full or half empty in my opinion. James McAvoy was brilliant in those movies. Absolutely brilliant. But those movies sucked.
Wow. Okay. Ruth,
No.
have you seen many of these films?
I remember seeing the one with the crop circles.
Signs,
And,
yeah.
Oh, signs.
Yeah.
The aliens that cannot open doors.
And I saw Unbreakable.
Bonus point there, Ruth. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but it's just like, that was like so dark, really dark. I gotta go with The Sixth Sense because, boy, the acting is just so amazing, and then just, the ending just took me totally by surprise.
Yeah. Okay, Cap, do you have any thoughts on this?
You know what? Because you haven't seen that movie, just for fun, I'm going to recommend The Airbender.
Okay. Do you know what? There was one that Rob mentioned. You said something about in an elevator. I think I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Devil.
Is it where one of them turns out to be the devil?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I have seen it. I don't remember it that well. Okay, let me...
And there was Lady in the Water. We forgot that one. Another.
I've not seen that either.
Gold. If you want an unintentional, hella funny movie, watch Lady in the Water.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a few quick thoughts on them. First of all, I'd never seen The Happening until about a week ago, and I watched it, and I thought there was some good elements to it, but overall it was disappointing. It didn't really, nothing happened. It didn't build to anything, unfortunately. But I felt like the first half an hour was really good. It was like, oh my god, what's going to happen here?
You know the funniest thing with The Happening is that, like, in the last scene where they lock themselves, and they like stay about 30 seconds or so, and they say, "We can't take it. Let's go out there and die."
Do you know what? Like, okay, so the thing what I thought when I watched The Happening actually was how similar it was in concept, I guess, to Bird Box.
Ooh.
Do you remember that? Like with Sandra Bullock, where it's like they see something and then they go suicidal or whatever. Because it was that kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's same, but like I think in Sandra Bullock there was like some like Cthulhian ancient demon stuff or something.
Yeah, except for like, well, you never saw what people saw, so you don't quite know what the thing was. But yeah, okay. So my other thoughts: The Sixth Sense is all right, except for I feel like once you know the twist, it's a bit of a boring film to watch a second time. Was my honest thought of it. I think The Village is very slow. Not much happens. The atmosphere is good. I think the atmosphere of the Village is good. I think again the plot twist, without giving it away, once you know it, it takes a lot away from the rest of the film. And what other ones were there? I think my favourite though, I'm going to give to Signs. And I may have said this thing about Signs before. One, I love the atmosphere of it. And here is this observation which I never see anyone else make. But when you watch the film Signs, the characters never overlap their dialogue ever. Like perhaps when you're watching like one of the news reels, I don't know what I'm speaking as if it's the 1950s, but one of the news reels where like they're watching the news, you see some like kids screaming, and you hear a bit of overlap there. But always a character speaks, there's a slight pause, and then another character speaks. There's such a deliberate pace to it, which I think is really cool. But I think that's my favourite for the atmosphere of it.
Do they
But-
have music even while people are talking, or no music?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Like, you said there's a pause between them speaking; they don't overlap. But
Oh,
do they-
there's soundtrack, and there's definitely like ambient and atmospheric, like perhaps a little bit of a hum or stuff like this. But it'll be that, so like how we just spoke, and I may have been saying something, and you interjected. Characters never do that. It'll be that, like there's Mel Gibson saying to Joaquin Phoenix, "Hey, should we go to this place tonight?" Okay, let's go to this place tonight.
That's what my
What
acting
time will
teacher
we go? And it's like that. It never overlaps. And I tell you, it's something that's it's a bit unsettling. It makes the whole world feel different. You'll notice it the next time you see
I
it.
would say like the entire script is unsettling when you go like that movie is like the aliens cannot open doors. Their weakness is water.
Yeah.
Water.
Oh, okay.
And
Hang
then
on,
you-
but
and
there's
then,
lots
and
of.
Then I would spoil this film because I would say don't watch this film. If finally Joaquin Phoenix beats the alien by swinging at a baseball bat. So like the first day they arrive, the army should be like bang 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 done. That's it. The entire
Yeah, but
time
you know, this happens in lots of films. Do you guys remember Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
Like they are killed by an old lady's record player.
That's
But
also
like
more
that
of a
was
comedy.
a funny movie. That's
Yeah,
like
it's
a parody movie.
Oh, you say that. So have you seen A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Ruth, cover your ears a moment, which is kind of ironic.
No, it's okay. I know what it's about.
Well, basically, they kill it with a girl's hearing aid. That's how you kill the monsters, with a buzz from a hearing aid.
True, but like, would you like think of you're the alien species, okay? You're going to invade a planet, okay? 70% it's water, and the place is filled with trees and doors. So, would you like you imagine the aliens from that? What's the movie? I can't remember the movie that you just said.
A Quiet Place?
Yeah, Quiet Place. Okay, they're making a plan. Is that anything that sounds, we would go out there and kill it. They basically, I mean, there's lots of music, but maybe they couldn't sign into iTunes. That's why they didn't know the like frequency problems. But like, this shit is like stupid. Like, if they want to invade a planet, they should invade Mars and just take over that.
Well, but if they needed the oxygen, who knows? Who knows? But either way,
It's
so
like
but like they.
Like I would say, those aliens is like stupider than Zod. From
No. So, okay, so here's the next one. All aliens are stupid ultimately, because look at the War of the Worlds. Like, there's Tom Cruise, he doesn't, like, they manage, like, the whole film, all they do is lose. They lose. And then they finally defeat one, and it was completely irrelevant, because the alien would have died within 8 hours, because it turns out that they were killed by the tiny microbes. And it's just like, yeah, aliens suck. They never actually beat us.
The Canaanites are still smart. They still got all the
Who are they?
Twilight Zone to serve man.
Oh, I don't remember it. Oh, wait, are
No,
they the big head
yeah.
things?
Yeah. Oh, that's the best twist of any Twilight Zone. It's not my favorite episode. It's the best twist.
Oh my god, I need that recommendation from you later. Like, in the UK, the only way I have to use a VPN to be able to see the Twilight Zone. I loved watching the old ones.
Then. Yeah, I'll send it
Yeah,
to you.
I need to see that episode, but I've probably seen it, but I can't quite remember. Guys, have you seen the new Twilight Zone that they made like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's not as good.
No, it's not as
Like
good.
American-
It's not as
I mean,
good.
Twilight
Yeah.
Zone's like my all-time favorite show. I like everything. They've had like 3 revivals. I haven't liked any of them.
Did you like
No,
the movie?
I mean, it's just 3 episodes from the old show, and that weren't as
Yeah.
good.
Well, anyway.
I heard like
Shatner.
I heard it's like the American Horror Story was actually Twilight Zone's kind of reboot. Is that true?
No, American Horror Story could it like each
no.
series is its own thing, but like you have to watch like 10 or 15 episodes per story, whereas the Twilight Zone is each episode is a different
It's
story.
like
Shatner is in a famous episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Season 2.
with-
One
this-
of them was one that they turned into the movie.
with John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so where there's like a monster on the side of the plane.
I like the other one he's in better. So he gets advice from like a diner genie on a table, or whatever, and he keeps putting all his money because everything he was saying was coming true. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, I
I
can't
haven't
remember that one.
seen that one.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
Okay,
why
so
don't-
here's a piece of trivia. Do you guys remember Third Rock from the Sun?
Yes.
So John
Yeah,
Lithgow,
really.
who played the William Shatner character in the Twilight Zone movie, plays the main guy, the main alien in Third Rock from the Sun, and then William Shatner plays the great giant head, who's like their leader, and William Shatner as this alien, he comes off of a plane and he's like, "There's a monster on the side of the plane," quoting the old Twilight Zone episode, and John Lithgow goes, "The same thing happened to me." And it's brilliant. Such a good reference. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the comments there. I don't know if we came once again. We've all got our own opinions, and that's okay, audience. But we debated the M. Night Shyamalan films. How are you pronouncing that?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Yeah, it's the weirdest name.
It is.
Because, like, I have to look at the spelling exactly because, like, it's, like, mostly said by foreigners. So I'm not really sure how they pronounce it.
No, nor am I. I was hoping you guys would know. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the comments.
I should check out the spelling. But, like, what the thing with M. Night Shyamalan is that he comes up with very cool, neat ideas. Is that his films, like, the ideas that he brings up are great. But there should be a limit where they say, okay, enough bullshit, or like enough awkwardness, and also get rid of the close-ups. And I did enjoy, like he did with Glass and Split, and I haven't seen Unbreakable yet, but like Glass and Split were really good.
Wait, so you've seen Glass, but you've not seen Unbreakable?
I've not seen Unbreakable.
Oh man, you need to see Unbreakable before you see Glass.
I started out with the Split, and then the Glass came out, so I just watched them both.
Yeah, fair.
I knew what was Unbreakable about the entire story at least, but that's the thing. Like, he can really make you scary and uncomfortable sometimes, but like more bullshit he brings up, more it gets campy and funny than scary.
Glass, a pet peeve of it was obvious they weren't filming together, and it was just split together so poorly in that scene where they're all three in the counselor's room or whatever. I thought it was bad all. Aside from James McAvoy, I thought it was just bad all around.
Do you know what? Like, so I'd forgot those when I was just saying. Like, I quite liked Unbreakable, and in a sense, I feel like Unbreakable, even though like people don't say it at the time, it was sort of like the first modern superhero film. Like, people don't give it credit for that. It was like the first grounded superhero film. It predated X-Men and Spider-Man and all these other things, and it sort of
even Dark Knight, Batman movie Begins.
Yeah, it massively predated Dark Knight. Unbreakable did. It was like a 90s film, and yeah, it was like superheroes not in superhero costumes. It was great. Split I thought was really good. Glass I thought was hot garbage. I was like, it brought together this universe of characters, and I just thought it didn't do a good job of it, to be honest.
My problem with Split was just the very ending. Like, I thought it was really good until the end. I thought the end was so bad it ruined the movie.
I can't remember the ending of Split.
He becomes the Beast, and
yeah,
I thought that was really dumb, but I liked it until then.
Ah, okay. Right, so let's have a look at the audience here. Blondie Einstein is back, says, I love all these movies. Got every single one of them on DVD. Jimmy Mac says, Lady in the Water was okay. Great character actors. Blondie Einstein says, Bird Box was made 10 years after The Happening. And then, and then when we were talking about like the weird aliens, Day of the Triffids were killed with seawater. So yeah, like aliens just get absolutely mauled by nothing. It doesn't matter how many nukes we've got, it's just like, a germ kills them, or a record player, or a hearing aid, or water.
But here's the thing though, like, you can make the argument, like, let's say they're coming off in the spaceship, they look at the planet, they're not going to see record players, or like microbe germs probably, but like, you can see a big blue stuff like surrounding the whole planet. Stay away!
Yeah, but maybe they've got like water and they can drink it, you know. So maybe there's just something about our water that they can't.
I'm not sure about fresh water too, because in the movie it was a glass of water that splits on the alien. So I don't think necessarily it has to be seawater. It's just like any water.
Wow.
The alien gets a bucket glass and then splash.
Yeah. Okay, so because like this is once again we've spiraled off into more conversation than games.
I think Devil had the most potential. Devil looked awesome, but then like they didn't even advertise that he was the director of it. Like I literally didn't know until I was sitting there and it said director Ben Marchand. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck. And
I think it's because like he was coming off like Airbender. I think his credit was like very ruined after that movie. That people actually hated it because the show was massively popular throughout the world.
But it was a really cool idea, and I just did nothing with it. And another ridiculous ending, but.
Wow. Okay. Well, with this, let's move on. We can do perhaps a quick fire round. Or actually, there was a question here earlier I forgot to ask, specifically for you, Rob. Who directed Ghost? Asks Jimmy Mack.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Does anyone remember who directed Ghost?
Oh.
I should know. I mean,
I don't remember.
Geek with all this knowledge.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ghost. We'll find out who directed Ghost. Ghost movie. Oh no! Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Directed by Jerry Zucker. How about that?
Really?
Yep.
Surprised! Didn't Jerry Zucker?
Yeah, that's Airplane.
Airplane.
Yeah, Airplane.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
Airplane.
a bit of a jump, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
Okay, so with this, Cap, I believe you have a character for 20 questions.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go on to 20 questions now. Cap is thinking of a character, or is it a film?
Character.
Okay, and we need to work out where this character comes from, who the character is, and we have 20 yes or no questions to attempt to do it. Rob, you get to ask the first question.
Is the character human?
Yes.
Okay. Is the character male?
Yes.
Okay, Ruth.
Is the character a teenager?
No.
Ooh. Rob.
Is the character from a film franchise?
Yes.
Okay, does the character have any kind of superhuman abilities?
I can't say that he has superhuman abilities, but there is something about him, but it doesn't really translate to powers or anything.
Okay, Ruth.
Does this character wear a costume ever?
No, not a costume, superhero costume. No.
Was the first film in this franchise before the year 2000?
Before, no.
Okay. Has this character ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Okay, good. Ruth.
Does this character work undercover on the police force?
No.
Have multiple actors played this character?
No.
Okay, so what? Let's pull
Like, if there's like an animated show, can I say multiple actors did play?
I just mean in the movies. Just mean in the movies.
In the movies now.
Okay, but we've just got a big clue there. There's been an animated show as well.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So there's been an animated show.
I'm not sure the whole though.
Franchise post 2000.
Okay. So does this character originate from a comic book?
No.
Well, it's not MCU. It's not DC.
Well,
Right.
Dave, I might have to correct you on the year thing. Apparently, I checked. It's like very close to 2000, but it's not 2000.
Wait. So what?
It's a 90s film that I thought because I thought it was a 2000 film, but it's a 90s film.
Oh, okay. So a
First
90
movie was pre-2000.
pre-2000. Okay. So that's a big clue there as well.
Does this character travel on a spaceship?
No. How many questions have you all done?
This is our second question.
Is this character a protagonist?
Yes.
Okay. Does this character exist within the science fiction genre?
No.
So it's not science fiction, and it's seemingly not, probably not superheroes if it's not from a comic book.
Does this character have a regular job?
What do you mean by like regular job?
Do they have like a very ordinary profession?
Like the problem with that is that you can say a policeman is a regular job.
Yeah.
But like, I would say like not an office worker. So no.
Does the character have a love interest?
Yes.
Okay, so a character with a love interest. They're not from science fiction, probably not from superhero.
How many movies have sequels that aren't either of those?
Okay, so it's probably this is me guessing here, not that Kappa said it. I'm guessing it's probably not going to be fantasy, because fantasy kind of became big again with like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. In the 90s, what fantasy was there, unless it's like Dragonheart or something? We could ask if it's fantasy, but I feel like that might be...
Harry Potter.
It can't be Harry Potter. That was 2001.
I guess you have to ask if it's fantasy.
Okay, I'll ask. Okay, does this character exist within the fantasy genre?
No.
Okay. Jesus, what the hell is this? So it's not science fiction, it's probably not superheroes, but I'm guessing it is just going to be something that started as... not from... like, started in film rather than comics. And it's not fantasy, not sci-fi or fantasy.
Is this
Really famous film.
Oh,
is
wow.
this character an American character?
Yes.
An American character.
Did
And there's a cartoon of it as well.
yeah, that's what it's telling me too. Is there a famous song that came from the movie the character was in?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Does this character... Okay, and they have killed someone. It's not science fiction, it's not fantasy. They don't have any superhuman powers.
But there is something-ish.
Okay, I'm guessing that there's going to be some sort of tech that... Because otherwise, look, if it's not superhuman powers, then it has to... If they've got any... It has to be that they've got, like Iron Man has tech.
Does this character live in the Wild West?
Like in the American Wild West? No.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's a big clue as well. Right.
Yeah,
We are
okay,
going to skip back because it was my question. But,
How many questions did you want this?
look, this is our second question, Cap. I keep telling you.
It's not John McClane, but it has to be something like a Die Hard that has multiple movies.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think I'm onto something here. The Matrix. Oh, but that's science fiction. But that was 1999. Oh, the science
But
fiction.
like, yeah, but like good nailing it down though.
Yeah, cartoon and yeah, that's perfect. Fits
Okay,
everything except for
what
science
else? Keanu Reeves was it? Does anyone remember Johnny Mnemonic?
fiction. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fortunately.
Okay, it's not.
Ironic.
Okay, so Cap. Does this character use, or within the world of this character, is there tech that doesn't exist, that we have access to, or was it available
No.
at the time? Oh shit.
Is this character a vigilante?
No.
God. Okay, let's say we get 2 more rounds of questions each, and then we'll have to take stabs in the dark, I guess. Rob, it's your question.
Has the actor playing this character won an Oscar?
No. But he's a really good actor.
Really good actor. And there's a cartoon of it as well. So, Jumanji had a cartoon, but surely that would count as fantasy or something. Okay.
I'm like the most intrigued with this one of all the ones we've had.
Yeah. There's been what has there been cartoons of that was based on a film in like the 1990s?
There's the Batman cartoons, but that's superhero.
Superhero.
Men in Black.
Men in Black, that's a good idea. But that is science fiction. There's aliens.
Science fiction and a famous song.
Yeah.
There's also
Godzilla.
Highlander.
I was gonna say Archie, but that's comic book. It's not from a comic book.
Yeah.
And Highlander science fiction as well. It was early 90s. Late 80s. The movie was in the 80s.
God, I think Cap is going to defeat us again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like you guys like gave so much in when it comes to like time periods and also.
I've never known any of his characters that he's done when he's been in. But this one
Did we establish there's a movie and a cartoon, not just a cartoon?
Yeah, because the character's human.
Okay.
And he said male actor. He said he's really good.
Yeah, because we got the cartoon thing because he said someone else had voiced it.
Oh.
And it's human. Like, hang on. So Ghostbusters, that's science fiction again.
It started in the 80s.
Oh yeah, it did.
I don't think like Ghostbusters would be science fiction.
What?
It's not science fiction.
You think Ghostbusters isn't science fiction?
No.
Yes, it is. They've got.
It's comedy / horror. I don't think it's science fiction.
Of course, it's science fiction. They're playing scientists who come up with fictional contraptions.
You know what? Like, let's check Google. Okay, Ghostbusters.
We haven't asked. Is it my question right now?
It can be. Go for it.
Is it a horror? Is the character a horror movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
A character from a horror movie. What?
Oh. Does this guy wear a mask?
No.
Okay,
late 90s. We had Scream. I know you did last summer. Scream was early 90s. Or mid 90s.
But that's he was.
Okay, yeah, guys. Okay, that's the new movie. Ghostbusters Afterlife is like tagged as fantasy / comedy. Let's see about the original.
Yeah, but like it doesn't mean that it's not something else as well. It definitely is science fiction.
No. Google defines the genres.
Alex, I'll take semantics for 300, please.
Yeah.
Horror movies. 90s horror movies.
Let's see.
Ghostbusters 2 is also tagged as comedy / fantasy.
Yeah, but what? You can't just trust Google on this. It's like there's scientists coming up with fictional inventions. It's science fiction.
Okay.
Ghostbusters 1 is also tagged as comedy / fantasy.
I'm gonna waste a question. Is it a character from one of the Ghostbusters movies?
No.
Huh.
But I wouldn't say like Google made a mess on this one as well, because like I wouldn't consider Ghostbusters as fantasy. I would like put it horror / comedy. That's what I would put it.
I wouldn't put it horror anywhere. I don't think it's scary at all.
But like,
it's not scary, but like it does involve like most ghosts and supernatural beings, or you can tag it as supernatural. Like
we're gonna debate this out. We're trying to think of questions here.
This is my way of eluding you. This is my way of eluding you all.
Okay, so it's from horror. So the cartoon isn't necessarily.
It's the protagonist.
Yeah, the horror doesn't necessarily mean that it's a children's cartoon.
That's hard because I don't watch a lot of horror films.
Okay, so
I think this one you might have.
horror.
Played by a really good actor.
Oh, wait a sec.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. Beetlejuice
I
was...
think you guys
Beetlejuice
might
again
get
is...
on that one.
Yeah, there is a
This
cartoon of that.
guy like to
Beetlejuice
dress
was the
up
80s,
like.
though.
Does this guy like to dress up like his mother?
No.
You think there's a
What?
children's cartoon of Norman Bates?
Well, you're right about that.
Okay. So he's the protagonist. So he's not an antagonist.
With a love interest.
With a love interest, so it's not any of the classic horror. So it can't be Ghostface. It can't be
But it's-
Freddy or Jason or Michael.
But it's a horror thing that is a children's cartoon.
No, we don't know that.
You
We
just
just
said
know that there's
cartoon.
been an animation of it.
Oh, okay.
Voice the character.
Guys, I'm just gonna have to say that. Have you asked the question that this is horror, right? You have asked the question.
Yes.
According to Google, it is not, but according to me, it is.
Well, Cap. Hang on a second now, Ghostbusters. Okay, so you know what? Guys, I think we need to take stabs in the dark, because otherwise it's going forever. I think Cap has beaten us, but does anyone want to take a stab in the dark?
I
I
don't
was
have
gonna say.
a fucking idea.
I was gonna say Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
It's not a bad guess, actually.
Yeah, actually, that's.
I mean,
it's
so like that obviously is a lot older than 90s, but there was a movie in the 90s.
Yeah, and it was franchised, and there was cartoons.
Yeah. Okay, so is it Shaggy?
No.
Okay.
You guys already asked the question that was the teenage character. Shaggy's.
Oh.
Oh yeah, true.
Shaggy's a teenager. He looks like a slacker who likes 25, who never left a band.
they are meddling kids still.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so right, I am going to take a guess, and I'm going to. Oh, I've got no idea. Are you Garfield the cat?
What?
I have no idea, man. I may as well go for something.
No.
Shit, Rob, do you have a guess?
Castor Troy from Face Off. I have no fucking idea.
No.
Wait.
That's
No, Fast and
Okay.
Furious is not horror. Never mind.
Yeah.
But like, according to Google, it's action adventure. Okay.
Action adventure. Okay, yeah. Shit, that still doesn't give me anything.
I'm really surprised that you gone close enough on this because like it's really no.
Well, we
done.
thought it was like, yeah, we were in. We should have asked if it was
Okay,
action.
right, Cap, you have beaten us. We'll decide if like we agree if it's action adventure or horror. But what is your character?
It is Rick O'Connell from the Mummy franchise.
Ah, damn. Okay, do you know what? Like action adventure, I get it, but I also understand horror as well. So yeah, I get it. I completely get it. Damn.
It's like really famous. Like the franchise that came out in the 1990 to 2000.
Yeah. Yeah, technically it's a remake of like the ancient Egyptian story, so I'm gonna say it was, you should have said it was like
No.
54 BC, like something, I don't know.
But here's the thing though, like I thought you guys debate me on Brandon Fraser whether he's a good actor or not.
I do debate that, but I also debate Tom Cruise has also played the character, hasn't he? In the remake?
No, he's not the same character.
It's a different character.
Yeah. That
Wow.
movie is shit.
What, do you not think Brendan Fraser's a good actor? California Man,
Me and
What?
Encino Man?
George of the
Encino Man.
Jungle.
Yeah.
He's okay. He was good in The Affair as later in life. But,
No, do you know what? Like
School Ties, I think he's crap when compared with other good actors in that movie. I don't want to talk bad about somebody publicly. Aside from M. Night Shyamalan.
Something about Brandon Fraser triggers Rob.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude. He's a good guy. I'm just not a huge fan.
Do you
He's
know
a-
the
he's a
film
really-
California
He's a
Man?
really good guy. He's a really good guy.
Do you remember the film California Man? Because I've got a feeling that I'm saying that, but in America it's got a different name.
with Pauly Shore, it's called
Yeah.
Encino Man.
What's it called?
Encino Man.
We call it California Man in the UK.
It's because
it's the name of a city in California.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, and people in the UK wouldn't know anything about where Encino was, except that DB used to live in Encino.
Oh, so he is the California Man. Right, amazing. Like, guys, this took us a lot longer than I could have imagined.
I like him in the movies with Adam Sandler. That's the Lone Gunmen or Lone Rangers, whatever. Can't remember the name. Airheads.
That wasn't Brendan Fraser. That wasn't Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's not in Airheads? Yeah, he is.
I like him in that movie where he goes back and he comes out of a bomb shelter.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good one. What is that
Brendan
called?
Fraser's in Airheads. Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi.
No, I meant like you said, Lone Ranger. Brendan Fraser was not in Lone.
They're called the Lone Rangers in the movie.
Okay, so hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to find out what the name of that film Brendan Fraser was in, where he comes out of a bomb shelter, because here's my observation on Brendan Fraser. So many of his, at least early films, clearly he couldn't act, right? And this isn't to be mean. Clearly, he wasn't a good a believable actor. So California Man, or whatever it's called, Encino Man, or whatever you said, right? Yeah, he's basically a caveman, displaced in time. And then the one that Ruth mentioned, like Encino Man, what's it called? I can't see if I can see it. He plays someone who has lived in a bomb shelter his whole life and doesn't understand the world. And he's a complete buffoon. George of the Jungle. He plays like a monkey man who doesn't understand the world. And it's just like he was his typecasting for so long.
Well, he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but like I would like tag him as. I mean, he can still do like a little bit later in life. There was this one British movie I think where he got like a lot of praise. Maybe it was nominated for an Oscar, I think, Golden Globe or maybe, with Ian McKellen.
He was good in that, where he plays like they play lovers or.
I don't know what the film is about. I only know that it's listing, and it's like he got praised.
I think it's is it Gods and Monsters, and then the other one is called Blast from the Past with Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah,
that's
a good
a really
film.
cute movie.
Oh, look at that! And Blondie Einstein just wrote "Blast from the Past." Yeah.
He was really good he was in season 3 of The Affair when he tortured Dominic West as like he was didn't even recognize him for 2 episodes. He was so overweight and lost all his hair, but he was really good in The Affair as a prison guard.
There was a series he was in like recently within the last year or two.
Doom Patrol.
It's been a few years.
No, not Doom Patrol. Something else.
He was in a movie called With Honors in 1994 where he's a college student, and that's a really sweet movie.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
And School Ties. He was really good in School Ties where he plays like...
I like the movie. I don't think he's that strong in it. Like, Chris O'Connell is so, like, those scenes are...
Yeah, okay, so the series I was thinking of was called Condor. Do you know that?
Condor. He's in Condor?
Yeah. He plays like a weird person in that as well. Right. But I like Brendan Fraser. I'm not trying to rag on him, but yeah.
But like for Brendan Fraser, I think he did find his calling later in life. Like the Mummy franchise, he was clearly meant to be like an action hero type of actor who's kind of slightly funny. It's similar to Will Smith because he does have like charm. So I think more action adventure genres would be much more successful for him. But like even his goofy films were funny sometimes.
Also, he was in The Quiet American, and I'd like to hear him do the Tasmanian Devil voice in Looney Tunes. I've never.
Yeah, he was in the Looney. You know what? Looney Tunes back in action was actually better than Space Jam. But that movie didn't get that much credit for it. But like compared to Space Jam, like even though it's a campy movie, it's still campy as well. But it has Steve Martin in it, and it was really funny. The Looney Tunes characters were funny.
Hang on, but Space Jam has got Bill Murray.
Yeah, but he didn't do much in it.
He was Bill Murray. That's all he needs
Michael
to
Jordan.
do. Yeah, Michael Jordan and Bill Murray. And Bugs Bunny. What a lineup! And the debut of Lola Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Like it had everything you could need as a growing boy.
I would still go for Looney because like I watched Space Jam. It didn't make me laugh as a kid, but Looney Tunes Back in Action made me laugh as a kid because like it was more relevant to Looney Tunes. They made more Looney Tunes jokes, more speaking jokes as well. And Planet Racer was okay in it.
Right. Well, anyway, on that note, Cap, I'm going to say you have racked up the points and you are this week's Geek of the Week. So, well done, well done. And with this, audience, thank you so much. Yeah, this was a bit more of a digging into our geek knowledge, debating things out episode. We didn't get as many quickfire rounds in as usual. But we've actually gone longer than normal as well. So with this, let's find out where we can find everyone. Ruth, where can the people find you?
You can find me here on Xstream. I do the Xstream comedy shows. Sometimes I do the Friday Revenge. And you can follow me on Instagram. Occasionally I post stuff on there.
Okay, Rob.
You can find me at Twitter, Carisos83, online variety show, Facebook, Improv Nights, and always getting Xstreamed each week.
Okay, my name is David Stansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go to Xstreamed.tv. Like, literally today, there has been, reviews up of Squid Game, and it's a spoiler-free review, so if you want to see what all the fuss is about, check that out there. If you also go there, you'll find out the review of the season finale of What If from Marvel, and that was a great episode as well, so check out my review there, but that one is very spoilerific. Cap, where can the people find you?
You can find me in Sword Deeds, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a puppet. See, I throw myself in a puppet. I threw myself in a bucket, and I worked with a puppet. Also, you can find me in Xstreamed on a number of shows. I did a lot of them. And also, get this amazing book, which it's not in my Zoom.
Amazing. I've got it here. Booyah. Right, so from me, from everyone else, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. Stay safe and all that jazz. Ciao for now.